I think one of my favorite things about being human is creativity and the unexpected.
Yeah.
So as long as you're open to inspiration, you're open to original thought to take over, there's a lot more exciting, audacious ideas that could come forth.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to day 0 at Possible here in beautiful Miami, Florida. We are here at the Possible Show, and we have Ameetess Dira, the CMO of Petzey, here to talk a little bit about the week ahead.
Well,
Thanks
hi,
for coming
Dylan.
on. Yeah.
Thanks for having me,
Of course.
and welcome to the sunshine.
I know, it's beautiful, right? Beautiful. I always forget how awesome Miami is until I show up to the show every year.
Well, we're both based in California,
Yes,
which has
yes.
nice weather
Yeah.
year-round, but there's a different energy to
Yeah,
Miami
for
during
sure.
Possible. It's like a little bit more electric. It's almost like you won't mind the humidity.
Nice.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly. It's we're having an incredibly unseasonably beautiful California winter this year, though, too.
I
right?
agree. I absolutely agree.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure.
Tell us about Petzey and what brought you to Possible this year.
Sure. So I'm currently the CMO of Petzey. Petzey is a pet telehealth app with
Nice.
over 1,000 vet professionals across all 50 states.
Wow.
Our goal is to have better access to care for all the growing number of pet parents around the U.S. And my personal mission is better access to care regardless of financial situation, which is why Petzey is the direct-to-consumer model is pay-as-you-go, so you don't even need to subscribe. And it's only
awesome.
$20.
Wow, that's really
Do
great.
you have an animal?
Yeah, I have a dog, and I feel like this is a common problem for us. Like, we'll be coming up on an international trip, something where we can't, take the dog with us, and we'll be like, oh, crap, is she up to date on her vaccinations? Where are we going to board her? And it's always like a scramble. Or, the other thing that happens often is like the flea situation, right? She'll go, we don't give her a flea pill every 6 months like a lot of people do. Like, we just give it to her when she has an outbreak. We feel like
Okay.
it's better that way. But, it happens. It's inevitable that she's going to get fleas, once a year or something like that, and we got to go,
Right.
get it. So it's always a scramble, I feel like, though.
Well, it's actually great that you said that because this is one of the major reasons why I think Petzey is so important and other pet telehealth providers, because there's not enough education on what exactly it is that you could do with pet telehealth. We are in California, and thankfully, full pet telehealth is allowed in our
Nice.
state.
And is that not true in all 50 states yet?
It is not.
Interesting. So it's a little bit of a regulated space.
Very
Got
much
it.
regulated.
Okay.
So for the most part, Petzey focuses on triaging. So it's really more advice. You have a nutritional question, you have an emergency in the middle of the night, and you're not sure if it's truly an emergency or if it's, a mood of your dog, because we all know that happens.
Yeah.
The whole idea is people would obsessively Google what it is that you should do with your animal. Our goal is for $20, which is the cost of a cocktail
Yeah.
in LA.
You can talk to a professional.
Please talk to a professional, because proactive care is probably the best way to make sure that our fur babies stay healthy.
Yeah.
And that's the whole idea. Like, my personal goal is to truly help pet parents get better access to care and to have the advice that they need without having to worry about how super expensive it could be if you have to go into urgent care or if you have to go into the vet clinic, because it's also just stressful for everybody. It's stressful
yeah.
for you. It's stressful
And then
for the
you bring in the animal, and they're always nervous.
Yes.
And anytime I take my dog in the car, it's like she knows where she's going somehow. It's like there's just an energy, I think, and then you bring them in, and then there's other dogs that are sick and barking and stuff, and it's never a fun experience.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome, just to be able to have that peace of mind where you can and then the other thing is, like, it's impossible, even with like ChatGPT and all these like AI models. I feel like, I was in the Philippines this summer, and I was, I don't know, probably suffering from major jet lag, but I thought I was had other issues, like maybe something else was going on, and I was on ChatGPT giving it my symptoms. Should I fly?
Right.
Should I not? And at one point, ChatGPT said, under no circumstances should you get on this plane. I'm like, wait a minute. So like whether it's going down the, the WebMD, kind of, spiral and or going into these LLMs now, like without proper prompting, without being able to diagnose, without context, essentially,
Correct. Yeah.
it's really hard to actually get any real information.
I mean, absolutely. The whole idea is that there are so many vet professionals who want to give care to animals. So let's make them accessible.
That's amazing.
At a very affordable rate. However, I would say since you started talking about AI and all these models, I'm a huge fan of using AI to help the patient experience. So it should be a given that you're using it for efficiency and all the other operational stuff.
Yeah, the table stakes stuff.
Yes. However, for us, we are looking at being AI-centered as far as improving patient care for the animals and for the pet parents that love them. So we are very much actively working on using technology to improve visual diagnostics.
Interesting.
And we're excited about that because it just further improves patient care experience.
So that would be like I can take my camera, put it on a rash or put it on their teeth or something like that, and the AI can kind of know what's going on.
Yes, so something in that realm, but definitely I think dental care is probably one of the biggest focus because it's extremely expensive to have to worry about it, and not a lot of pet parents know how important it is. So, I mean, I'm a very dedicated dog mom, and in my first experience with the love of my life, who was a senior Shih Tzu, I had no clue how important dental care was.
Yeah.
So now we need to just make it easier for people to learn what it is that they need to do, or to just really have access to information that would help them improve long-term health and longevity for their animals. And it's not just for dogs, by the way. Like I keep on.
I know I'm a dog purist, so I have a bias. But yeah, so pets in general, cats.
Pets in general,
Yep,
cats, and we cover all companion animals. So
Interesting.
we're even talking about rabbits.
Yep.
If you have a turtle, hamster, I mean.
Anything at the pet store.
Yes, like one of the most interesting stories that we've actually had is a bird, which was interesting. But of course, you and I are dog people. So and cats too. Like we love cats too. They're adorable.
Love it. So I think we were kind of getting to the idea that you guys don't actually write medication and prescriptions. You can't buy medicine from Petzey.
Not at this point.
Okay.
In future state.
That is on the roadmap?
Absolutely, because my idea of truly helping pet parents is to make everything accessible for their pet. So once you get advice from the vet professional, like ideally everything should be available, easily
totally
accessible.
And in the short term, are you guys thinking, because I feel like there's a retail media network popping up every single day, anybody who's having conversations around particular things that would be of high value to the people who do sell medication or pet products, are you thinking about how to leverage your data in ways that can be leveraged by partners that might be able to take that into, target certain pet foods or certain medication or certain types of pet products? Are you thinking about a media business, or are you more like, hey, this is private information between our pet owners and their pets?
I mean, it's still patient care, so we very, very much respect the privacy.
Interesting. Does HIPAA apply to pets or not?
A version of
Interesting.
HIPAA,
Okay.
absolutely. I mean, well, at the very least for me.
It's a core value of the company.
And it's data for the pet parents, right? So we are very cognizant of complying with all the rules to make sure that privacy is still upheld and protected. However, I will say a lot of partnerships would be beneficial if the ultimate goal is to give best care for the patient.
Yeah,
right?
totally.
As opposed to pushing product that is not necessarily required.
Yep.
But if it is to truly help the family,
make it easy.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
So what are you most excited about possible this week?
You know, one of my favorite things about Possible is that all companies of different sizes come and are ready to engage. Conversation is so easy because people are excited about possibilities.
Yeah. No
And
pun intended.
it's what makes it special, I think. I would say it's also warm up
To can.
to can,
Yeah.
yes. So it's good to
Yeah,
sort
people are
of.
calling it like the North American can. But I don't know. A lot of people were afraid people would go to Possible and not go to can, and I didn't see that
I
last year.
don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, last year I felt like you plan
Yeah.
and Possible, and then you
Follow up
continue
at Cannes.
conversation
Yeah.
or even close partnerships in Cannes.
Smart.
So I think this is just a great part of a conversation. And I think coming here, like for me personally, like I'm speaking at panels, joining CMO Roundtables, because I want to learn from all the amazing leaders that are here who are willing to share information, thought partner on what can we do together.
Is there anything that you're looking for this year? Like you have a need that you're kind of is in the back of your head that if I found a partner that did this, this would be a perfect situation? Or is it more inspiration? You don't know what's possible until you find it, but you're open to the idea of finding the right things.
I'm always open
I
to
love
the
that.
idea because I think one of my favorite things about being human is creativity and the unexpected. So as long as you're open to inspiration, you're open to original thought to take over, there's a lot more exciting, audacious ideas that could come forth.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if people want to follow along at home with your thinking, stay in touch, and learn more about Petzey, where do you want to send them?
Please find me on LinkedIn. That's probably the best way to follow our content and to see a very cute picture of my dog.
Let's go. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon.